Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on your YouTube, join our cult. Hello and welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast, the podcast that brings you the Purple Lackey drinking game and very occasionally some wrestling. And this week, courtesy of Jack's request 2 weeks ago, this fine cockduster I've been growing for a good 2 weeks just to see if I would look like Mickey, a.k.a. Del Boy's mate of Only Fools and Horses.
Yes, that was the point, yeah.
And the answer is yes, I do, with a bit of Digby from Trainspotting thrown in as well. So hopefully this will direct attention to the fact that sadly we are sans Ross.
Wait, which one's Digby?
Do you mean Begbie?
Begbie.
Ah,
Begbie.
Digby.
Oh.
Digby's the dog.
Yeah.
And we're off to a tremendous start as always with Sam Driiver thankfully pulling in.
Yes. I don't have to edit my own graded today, which is nice because I get to do the podcast instead.
Oh,
There is nothing worse than editing yourself. It's the
Thursdays,
every little mistake you're like,
you have to edit through the cringe eyes you put.
I find the podcast like Thursdays like PE at school. You know when the whatever day you did PE on in the week was a bit of a dot. You're like, oh well, it's only PE. I don't need
Are
like.
you saying this is a bit of a DOS? We can find other work for you, do John?
You can say that to me, it's all right. But when someone above
Should
you
we have a
say-
vote?
Above me? What are you on about?
Well, you can edit. You can edit. Yeah.
Yeah, true. If we were all
His
in,
career is in like Jeff Jarrett in 2001 is in my hand.
if we're all in a sinking lifeboat, I'd be thrown over first. Essentially, yeah.
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 It would have no effect on the water resistance whatsoever, but the sacrifice would be remembered for at least 2 seconds. So, it's been a hell of a week for wrestling, as always. Let's look at the news. This is why this bit of paper is in my hands. NXT is moving to TV, as in real TV, because they were on TV, but was it 2013?
Oh right.
Sci-Fi? No, because that was the ECW on Sci-Fi deal they were playing.
Yeah.
Right.
But now they're on proper TV, USA Network, a 2-hour time slot beginning September the 18th. Ooh. I'll discuss this later on about how it's going to affect AEW.
Who's
with
going to get the better of it?
I
Yeah.
tried the Wednesday Night Wars, but we thought we'd say it there. So we're doing our job. PW Insider.
Wait, one thing, sorry, on the NXT thing.
Go ahead.
Now, me and Sam looked into this earlier this week, and apparently various, I think, different news sources are saying, like, look, it seems as though the creative direction of it's just going to continue as it was, and the Vince isn't going to turn it into Raw or SmackDown Light. It's going to still be a Triple H joint. And it's like a Spike Lee
nice,
joint.
nice.
Yeah.
Auteur theory strong in WWE.
I think it's just Vince is just there simply to deal with the handover. Vince has been doing cable and TV wrestling for forever, so he will have a greater understanding of launching that. So that's why I think he's there.
And I hope someone asks him at this press conference or whatever and goes, yeah, can you name 3 NXT wrestlers? Teresa someone says, no more questions.
Tyler Breeze.
Nakamura.
Tony Schiavone to AEW amid interest from WWE. Was there really interest from WWE?
According to PW Insider, there was interest from WWE.
It's interesting.
I don't know why they'd want Tony Schiavone, unless it was to keep
Yeah.
him from...
Oh, of course. Yeah, right.
from AEW,
Yeah.
I guess.
Not to use him, just to keep him away. His role will be unknown. I'm guessing it's going to be commentary, ladies and gentlemen.
you'd think.
He's currently doing commentary for MLW. Not public knowledge when his contract ends with them. But it's been like the other MLW wrestlers appearing on every other companies. It might just be written on a napkin. SmackDown will potentially drop the feud. Ali tweeted, yes, in response to someone asking if they'd scrapped his IC title feud with Shinsuke Nakamura. So it's obviously taking instructions there from Yoshitatsu.
Yeah. How's that the Wrestle Kingdom?
It's
What do you think of the Bullet Club, Yoshi? Yeah.
then my friend's like, thanks, Yoshi.
Don't like... Yeah.
You guys have got a lot of history going on, like 5 minutes of bump about the history between Yoshitatsu and the Bullet Club. So what do you think about them, Yoshi? Well, they're not good guys.
It's so good.
I don't like them.
I was astonished how big he was when he went back to New Japan from WWE, or went back over to Japan. Because in WWE, he didn't look that big.
Yeah.
Because New Japan, he's one of the tallest guys. I was like, John Cena's massive.
Isn't he just quietly having like a load of really high-end matches at All Japan at the minute?
Fairly high end.
Yeah.
Fairly.
Like, I think one of the first matches he had was like 4.5 stars or
Not
something.
enough to
and
become a
everybody was like, what?
I think that was...
Yoshitatsu?
I mean, I think he was the one being helped along in the match. But yeah, fair play to Yoshitatsu for doing a good job.
Yeah, fair play to Yoshi.
Yeah.
See, we're kissing his ass in case it becomes a big deal in the future. We need him on straight to hell. XFL team names revealed.
What do you think of this, Yoshi? Yeah.
What don't you like in wrestling? Yes. XFL team names revealed. It even says on here, oh, yes.
Here we go.
Right, so
Here
in
we
the
go.
office, a few of us have been picking our teams based on how cool
Okay.
the names are.
Let's try and say the names as seriously as possible.
Wait for the St. Louis one. Carry on, sorry.
I could see someone's put lol at the end of it. The Dallas Renegades.
That's my boys. That's my team.
Houston Roughnecks. LA Wildcats.
Wildcats.
There's no full stops here, so it says La Wildcats. Or Richard
Tubman is supporting the Wildcats. He said it's because Ogdenville got robbed of a team.
Who are going to beat
the Wildcats.
The New York Guardians.
That's my team. That's my team.
Big
They're literally gargoyles, mate. They're gonna.
That type of Guardian.
Yeah. They're gonna nobody's gonna be able to tackle them.
Their logo's like a stone.
Yeah. They'll break their spines running into them.
The Dallas logo is ripped off from an esports team also called the Renegades.
The St. Louis Battlehawks.
Battlehawks.
In brackets, up my notes, lol, end bracket.
Battlehawks, man. We don't know who Ross is going to pick. He was waiting for the team names to come out, but I reckon he's going to pick the Battlehawks.
Yeah.
Seattle Dragons.
Yep.
Tampa Bay Vipers. Washington Defenders.
If their defense is rubbish,
I was going to say, what are they going to do?
I really hope it's bad.
Yeah. I want the Defenders.
You're going to be the DC Defenders,
Defenders of the Earth. Washington Division.
Oh, imagine when the Guardians face the Defenders and neither of them try and score. They're just like, no, stay away.
And what other news this week? Oh, yeah, Tom Holland out of the Marvel Extended Universe.
I don't understand.
According to PWI Insider, we are going to try and sign him to NXT UK, just so nobody else can use him.
I just want to say about this real quick. Everybody's going off about Sony pulling Spider-Man. It's Disney's fault. Yeah, Disney are the ones at fault. Disney are the ones that basically screwed them on a deal, and now that Sony's gone, hang on, no, we want a better deal, and Disney went, leave then. And that was it. So it's Disney's fault.
Yeah, you're our direct competition right now.
Yeah.
I don't understand really what's gone on, but I did see someone in the Cultaholic Facebook fans group did a custody of Spider-Man ladder match, which
yes, I think that was from No Useless Wrestling memes that got shared around.
Oh, okay.
That went around.
Fair enough.
I think it's a good one.
Well, thanks to whoever shared that.
It is easy to forget that there was at one point a ladder match for the custody of a child at WWE.
He's actually appeared this week as well. We'll talk about him later on.
Yeah, and then some weird thing happened, and then Walter replaced him.
They should have put him on a hook above a ring, like just by his belt loops, just have him just hanging there.
And they're fighting over him. And it's like,
that match is emotional.
That's one word for it.
Will Vicky get there in time?
Riptide nearly sold out their bank holiday shows.
Oh yeah, when is it? This weekend, isn't it?
Right, this bank holiday.
I think it's too late for me. I wanted to head down. I think it's too short notice now. I don't know.
You have to get there quick. I said.
Are you going?
By the time this comes out, the tickets may have gone.
Are you going?
No, tickets are sold out.
Oh right.
I've been paying attention to the news.
No.
And AAA finally announced that the Madison Square Garden show that they mentioned months ago and then deliberately didn't mention during Triple Mania is not happening.
Right.
Oh, what?
They're going to a nearby venue because they figured, well, this show has got some good names on it.
Have they announced the nearby venue, or are they doing Hammerstein?
No, they haven't. It's not Hammerstein. It's another one that I haven't remembered, but it's definitely not Madison Square Garden.
Is it Sony? The Sony Theatre?
Oh, better get quick before Disney takes it then.
You know which wrestling venue I always think sounds cool, but I have no idea what it's like.
Is it the Tampa Bay Viper Dome?
It's the Glasgow Sportatorium. No, it's the La Boom in Queens, New York. Progress run shows there whenever they go over New York.
Oh, that one, right?
I think
a very hot one.
Maybe it was one of the ones. Apparently, yeah. It's one of the ones that was like featured a lot over WrestleMania weekend. La Boom in Queens.
La Boom.
If you're from New York and you've been on a night out to La Boom, let us know if it's good. I think it's a nightclub.
It's actually pronounced L.A. Boom.
Yes, it is. That's right.
LA used to be the first.
No.
Used to be the first La Boom. It was for AAA, but then he left. So no,
it's LA Boom.
God. Any other news this week? It's me smooth sailing.
Not that I can think of. No.
Keep it like that, don't I? All right. Well, that's your lot.
Great.
Bye.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame!
Before getting to the Hall of Fame segment, I feel that bit was a bit too short, so I did went and bought some Slam Attacks Universe. Not to chill poor WWE, obviously need a shilling, but I think we'd open this up, distribute them, and whoever gets the best one we'll put there on this little easel that I found.
Are these the things that replaced the Topps trading cards?
I believe so.
Yeah.
They replaced the little fuzzy llamas in Tesco near mine. There was little fuzzy llamas that you could buy in
Was
like
WWE themed?
No. They were just little fuzzy llamas.
If I get a shiny Peter Beardsley though, I'm keeping it. So I'll put them. All right, distribute. Oh, but that's not work, does it?
You've done
Are they not all? Okay.
No, I don't know who packed these.
Is this?
Mine's a 205 Live Powerhouse.
Just look. I've shook them up.
What have you done? Oh right, I see.
Okay, so you get 2. You get 2.
And I've got
Okay.
an OMG
Oh,
moment.
and then Puppet Jack gets 1. All
Probably
right,
Jack gets
so,
one, right.
Sam, what have you got?
Well. Oh, I have a shiny Tony Nese.
Okay.
Oh.
And a shiny
Whoa,
Becky Lynch.
That's big.
What?
That's
Boom.
big.
Well done.
That is big.
Done.
Wait,
My
does
Tony
Tony
Nese is
Does Tony Nese have better
reflective, though.
stats than Becky? Wait a minute.
His attack's better. Becky's defense is better than Tony Nese's.
Oh,
Okay.
she should work for the Washington Defenders then.
Yeah.
Go on, Jack.
I feel like you hadn't shuffled these because Sam got 2 shinies, but it's all right.
We watched him shuffle them.
He shuffled them after. I've got.
Yeah, you're right. We've tricked you, Jack.
I've got Shazam.
Being done here.
And it's all about the Miz. I've got the Miz and just Jey Uso. Just Jey.
Oh no.
Yeah, no.
Well, you can't have Jimmy anymore.
Okay. What are yours?
Can't
What are
Canada.
the categories of yours? The Miz is a grappler and Jey Uso is a high flyer.
Mine says champion and powerhouse,
Champion.
and Becky Lynch is an OMG moment.
Okay.
Cheat her in general is no MG mode. All right, cool. I have Angelo Dawkins,
Whoa.
and his stats are terrible.
Oh, really?
What's he classed as?
Powerhouse.
Powerhouse.
Yeah. And Kona Reeves.
Oh, Conan. Who's putting Conan
What?
Reeves on trading cards?
Without looking at the name, I had no idea who that was.
Yeah,
I thought it was
He's back.
I thought it was
is
what's he
back.
called, man?
Yeah, what's the year on this?
I thought it was Takayama.
Have these been
Look at
just
him.
sitting in the shop for
Look at
like
him
a
on
year?
it.
No,
He looks
Conan
like
Reeves.
Takayama.
Conan Reeves is back.
Oh.
That's how he looks
He
now.
does look like Takayama on there.
And his stats are even worse than Angelo Dawkins.
No
Get in.
surprise.
All right, Puppet Jack, what have you got? Cedric Alexander.
Okay, that's a pretty
that was
good one.
anticlimactic. Probably
Yeah.
should have set that up better, but we're not that clever. Right, well, of the best ones there.
What a haul.
What a haul.
Oh,
Which one's going
I
to...
think we're going to shine up Big Tone. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's got
big-
glittery. He's got glittery bits.
That's right. There we go.
Well, thanks for that,
and apparently
Maffew.
Becky's
Proudly
just a
endorsed.
moment.
Yeah.
So
The Becky moment. Speaking of Becky moments, the Hall of Fame. I can't put it on there, can I? That's a script. Thank you, Jack, for being clever than me. So,
Oh no.
in ascending order,
oh, don't you do Tony like that.
I've got your job, Tony.
It's
That's Drew Gulak's job. Oh, well,
keep going.
now we have some technical difficulties here.
Can't
Those-
trust him to do anything.
Those enjoying the podcast version of this, Jack just fell over. And so, in ascending order, unsurprisingly, Death Grips got 4%. That was really just a burner, don't worry. They're still a good band. Second place, Uncle Phil,
Let me.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, I thought Uncle Phil might have won, but I forgot what Ross had picked.
26%. And the obvious winner, because someone's going to have to do it, The Fiend, 69%. Ross wins. by
Yeah, but
God.
it's not fun when you pick something that's actually good in wrestling and relevant.
Yeah, but Ross could pick the
Yeah.
Fiend in Ross's trousers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, to be fair, I feel like we always remember more when Ross wins because we're so outraged. We're like, oh, of course. But when he doesn't, we don't even remember that. So I think it's more.
Oh,
Just,
I remember when I win, don't worry. Speak for yourself. So, as Puppet Ross this week, Sam, what would you like your pick in the Hall of Fame to be?
I couldn't really think of anything, so I'm going to go with my shiny Tony Nese card.
we
Look
go.
at him.
I thought that would
He's
come in
so
handy.
glittery and shiny.
Like the real Tony Nese.
Yeah. And he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 abs.
That's right.
it does make sense because in predictions contests, Tony's actually served you really well, hasn't he? When
Yeah,
you've gone for him,
he
and
is my boy.
other people have gone, no, not him.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins is my equivalent of Tony Nese.
Tony Nese seems like I could go for a pint with him, though, without getting annoying.
He wouldn't have a pint, though. He's got to keep that body in
He'd
check.
have like a Michelob Ultra.
Okay.
Like, I think he'd have a Michelob Ultra.
I don't know what you're saying. What's that?
It's like
Is it ale?
a super low carby beer.
Oh, right. Okay, right.
If you can call it beer. But no, I reckon Tony'd be like good to hang out with. Seth might be a bit like,
Oh, yeah, I'm not
what
saying
are
that
we
Seth- I
doing,
know,
kids?
yeah.
What's cool right now? Have you got one of those X Station boxes?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
Oh, he's.
I'm worried that Tony Nese, though, because he's not much of a character in WWE, apart from he's a good wrestler, that I might just be like, so I broke my PB today at the squats. Like, that's great as you're eating a Big Mac in front of him. It's like, Jack, what is your pick?
I'm gonna go for. Okay, I reckon that I was originally gonna go for Seth Rollins because Sam went for the guy who wins him predictions points and Rollins wins me predictions points, but I think that's a bit cheap because
Yeah.
Rollins is like currently the champion and
Plus,
stuff.
it's good we've been ragging on him for a few weeks, and you put him in the Hall of Fame. It's a bit.
Yeah,
He'll get
I'm
straight
gonna.
on Twitter
You
and
know
be
what?
like,
I've got to go for because this week, right? I was feeling fine. Today I was a little bit not ill, but just a bit run down, a bit tired, and put on the best of Billy Ocean, and it just raised everyone's, not just mine, but I think everyone's spirits in the office. So I'm nominating Billy Ocean.
Okay,
which I think's a
anything
good one.
specific?
A specific song.
Yeah.
Well, you've got the obvious choice. You've got Caribbean Queen.
Uh-huh.
You've got When the going gets tough.
The tough
fact
get
you did-
going.
When
you
the
didn't say that
going gets
first.
rough. And Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car. It's between the latter two for me. And I'm
Wait,
not
wait, is that the song?
That's Billy Ocean, isn't it? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mint song, Get Out of My Dreams. Dun, 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 dun. Do you not know it?
I don't think I
Gotta
do.
know, get out my
You know the
dreams.
saying?
No, I've never heard that
Into
before.
my car. How have
That's
you not
funny
heard
though.
it?
If you don't know that,
Did
that
you just
could-
say, do you know the
Jack, are you
saying?
all right?
Yeah, it starts off, hey, you, get into my car.
No, did you just say, do you not know the saying? Like, I've never once in
Yeah,
my
no
life
one's
heard
said it.
anybody go, get out my dreams, get into
Oh,
my
yeah,
car.
I guess so,
Jack's
yeah.
used that many a time, but when he says car, he's like an Uber comes.
I can drive.
Give it five.
No one knows this. I kept it a secret from WCPW because I didn't want them to make me like.
Oh,
I
have you
didn't want-
told them, or they just all going to find out?
They knew I was.
Adam Cleary's like that.
I think they knew I could drive, but they didn't know I was old enough to
Rent.
a drive a rental. But I was.
Oh, okay.
I just kept that really on the down low, so I didn't have to.
Sensible.
Which I think was.
You are the reason that it's had to shutter.
Yeah, that's
happy
why
with
it's had to
yourself.
close.
Like, we needed it that bit more.
We
money
needed
saved.
one more
Yeah.
driver. Yeah. So I'll go for. I can't if I can choose a particular. Yeah, I'll choose "Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car" by
I just
Billy
want to
Ocean.
get out of my car.
What I should have said for my pick was all week Alexa has just been annoying you.
Yeah,
Like, just ignoring
the
Jack.
feud of this office is me versus the.
It gets to the point
Amazon
where he is
Echo.
this close to the Alexa,
I'm
just
like-
like an instrument, and he's like, Alexa, play this, and
Yeah.
it'll start playing either something wrong or it'll
just
just
ignore
not
me.
play.
Yeah.
And it's great.
Sorry, I did not get
The
that.
best is when she says she's got the song ready to go and then just doesn't.
Yeah.
And then after you finally get the song on you want, because it's Pachiti's account, he just turns it off. And I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jack, I cannot get into your car. Oh,
That's
so wait, he
because-
talked directly into the thing and didn't hear them. Like these microphones last week. Just saying. Sorry about that.
It was Pachiti, in fairness, who tweeted him. Yeah, I know.
I
Is he
DM'd
alright?
him saying, "Are you all right?"
Good, because
Because this
Did you
looks like
see
a cry
this?
for help
No.
to me.
Pachiti put up a video on Twitter of him going like, "Happy birthday to Pachiti" on Wednesday this week, by the way.
Oh, happy birthday,
but,
boss.
But he put up a video of himself going like, the caption was like, "Just realised that if you tell Alexa that you love her, she does this." And then he tells Alexa, he goes, "Alexa, I love you," and then she just sings him a little song about how nice he is, and it's just the saddest thing.
But because he's doing that thing where he's just staring at the camera like this,
Yeah, as she's doing this like,
and it's very ambiguous what he's thinking right now. Because it's like, because everyone's like, "How did you find that out?"
yeah, I know. How
you
would
do live
come
with
to
a
the
car.
point-
Are you at that point when you're telling your Alexa
when
you
you
love
have
it?
when you have an Alexa, you just say anything to it to try and get
I'm worried about
responses
it,
out of
man.
it. Like she sings a song about herself, which is really weird as well. If you ask her, it's like this weird soul song about herself and all the things she can do. It's quite strange. It's quite
Yeah.
strange.
Bless him.
Yeah.
That man needs an X station.
Oh, he's all right.
I mean, we're like, Jack, Papa Jack, I love you. Crap. So that was a good pick.
Thank you.
My
Get out of
pick
my
is-
dreams, get into my car is my pick.
Get
Yeah.
out of my dreams and my car. Right. My pick's going to be not wrestling related as well because not a lot's happened that's worth putting in a Hall of Fame apart from Tony's shiny abs. I think everyone has a film that even if they own it on home media or they have it on Netflix or whatever, if it's on normal TV, they'll still make time for it. And my film is Men in Black 1.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the
Oh,
Street
it's
Fighter
so
movie.
good.
Well, okay.
No, because we're saving that for the much requested me and you watch Street Fighter the movie video. That we'll just keep on bugging. But
Yeah.
he's not in today. We should do it after this.
Tell you what, that's a solid pick though.
Yeah, because I appreciate that a lot of the audience is young and they may not appreciate how good that film is.
I
Because they weren't
remember
even born when it came out.
When it
But-
came out, though, I just remember the buzz around it.
Yeah.
Like, it was amazing. And
Yeah.
then waiting for the dodgy VHS man to come around.
Oh,
Or having to go rent it from the spa. Like, or if we could get out to the Blockbuster.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah. Oh.
That opening, well, not the opening, but where he's in the exam and he's
Yeah.
the only one who thinks outside the box and stuff, but he's just dragging the table slowly across the room. It's so good. This is the second Will Smith related pick in 2 consecutive weeks because we had Uncle Phil from The Fresh Prince. Will Smith was like the biggest star of the 90s, man.
Yeah,
And he was great. He was actually great.
till he had a kid.
And then demanded that kid be in every film ever.
Oh,
Damn you, Jaden.
Yeah, took all his power. But yeah, Men in Black 1, I can watch it. I've watched it hundreds of times now, and I laugh every. The tour de force that is Private Pile from.
Vincent D'Onofrio,
Yeah, I
is
can't
it?
remember
Yeah.
his name. Sorry, Vincent D'Onofrio as it's the guy in the alien.
Yeah.
It's a human outfit. So he's like, he pulls up the van. And he's trying to watch him nonchalantly. And he's just like,
It's so good.
I just remember...
it's everything. Every scene, every second he's on, I die laughing.
Because it's brilliant, but like there's this sort of the creepy bit as well where he's just sat and he's like, "Give me sugar." And he's
Yeah,
like, more,
yeah.
more.
And Tommy Lee Jones is great.
Your
as
face
well.
is
Tommy
all
Lee Jones is
droopy.
great in everything.
Hey, they're slick.
Yeah. That was the weird thing about Japan was he's the face of a brand of coffee
Boss.
called Boss.
That's right.
Everywhere you go, it's just Tommy Lee Jones drinking little cans of coffee.
Is this Lost in Translation in real life, but not with Bill Murray? Just Tommy Lee Jones, Bill Murray in Lost in Translation.
Maybe.
Yes.
Um,
They call him Boss. Boss Coffee.
what else is? Oh, there was something I was good. Oh no, that's from the sequel, which is all right. Men in
Men in
Black
Black 2's crap.
It's all right. It's not as bad as
What's
3.
that? That's Selena and Johnny Knoxville, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men in Black 3, though.
No.
Men in Black 3 is good. It is
You don't think Men in Black
it's
3 is
better
good?
than 2.
No.
It's
Oh,
better
no.
than 2.
2
I
was
will
good.
defend
Yeah.
3.
Really?
Yeah. I only saw it for the first time because everybody else buried it to me. But I only saw it for the first time last year, and I was like, I don't understand why people are so angry. Yeah, it's got the bit cheesy twist at the end, but like it's still really nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That noted Kinophile, Sam Driver, knows his stuff.
Oh, cinephile.
No,
Is it
Kino.
Kinophile?
Kino.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
is
I
it?
don't know what I said.
Kino is-
It's like in Pokemon, a cinephile evolves into a kinophile.
Oh god.
These sound like dirty phrases. Let's move
I
on.
just said it
Sorry.
because in the Lonely Islands Jack Sparrow song, they're like, Michael Bowden's a major cinephile because he loves all the.
Oh no, it's cinephiles, right? Kinophile, I think, comes from the Russian word kino, or like the shorthand kino.
I
Bloody
knew
hell.
he would know the answer to that.
Because you had Moschino, you had like loads of different film outlets, state appointed film outlets over there.
Right. Palsha Potemkin.
But yeah,
To name but one.
yeah, it's just Kino is sort of like, I guess, a hipstery way to put it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a Kino guy because you watch Puro.
I've remembered what I was going to say about Men in Black 1. Rip Torn.
Oh
Yep.
yeah,
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
R.I.P. in peace.
Once
RIP
broke into
Torn.
a bank because he was drunk and thought it was his house. Rip torn.
You've just reminded me of a sticker I used to have, like randomly, which was a Kino sticker, which was it was an AK-47, but instead of anything, it was like combined with a reel-to-reel film projector.
Oh,
Was that really
that's
cool?
nice. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, let's continue
what a
to
way
derail
end.
this wrestling podcast as thousands literally switch off.
Andre
Your-
Tarkovsky.
Yeah. I do appreciate good Solaris. Anyway, moving on. The picks are
Tony Nese's
Tony Nese,
shiny
as
art.
you can see if you're watching the video version. If you can't, if you don't watch the video version, just imagine a nice shiny Tony Nese.
Just imagine Tony Nese.
Yeah, it's right.
Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car by Billy Ocean. Listen to it, it's a banger. It's one of those songs where you'll hear it.
You
and
will
go,
hear it.
"Oh,
Probably.
You've been to Rise.
Yeah, but a lot of these songs I'll only hear on a Saturday night when I'm drunk. I'm sober. It's a work day. I'm like,
What do you think of Dolph Ziggler's turn? What do you think of the Shield?
It's a private joke between me and Jack.
Yeah.
And Men in Black 1.
Excellent.
Some
Strong
stunning
week.
picks there. And if you would like to nominate one of them, then you can go to up on it, Jack.
Patreon.com/cultaholic.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Raw and SmackDown recap.
Jesus.
Do you want to wear it?
No, it's now. I feel very I feel shorter.
I mean, you're
That's not
this
possible.
much shorter if you're shorter.
You're
even
Marco
that,
stunned.
You are that much
Taller
shorter
than
if you're
you.
shorter.
Oh, no, you are.
You can't. Taller than you, mate. Anyway, it's now time.
Not sure how much there can be left in, but yeah, we found out why Jack kept falling off a
I'm
stationary
just
chair.
throwing it away.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
that was it.
we
around
can
the
keep that
bottom.
in. That was good content.
For us.
Start off the Raw and SmackDown recap.
yeah, and let's watch wrestling. Raw. Dolph Ziggler came out and super kicked, now called the Sweet Chin Music, because I don't know why. Roman Reigns before their match. It was good because he did it mid-speech.
Yes.
Right? And
it
another
should
thing.
have been fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roman won anyway, but Dolph showed some nifty counters. Superman punch into roll-up, spear into Fameasser.
That spear at the famous was really cool.
Yeah, I've got down my notes as well. What a spear at the end. He
Oh,
took-
and the spear at the end as well.
Yes.
I meant the counter when he went for the spear and he jumped up above
Oh,
it and
yeah,
hit with
yeah,
the
yeah.
Fameasser. But
Thought
yeah, the
business
ending
match.
spear was great as well.
Yeah, he took that spear like Bart Gunn took the punch from Butterbean. Awesome. Thank you, Ziggler.
He also, in the promo, cracked some jokes he did, Ziggler. Said that, he was speared by Goldberg 3 times and it took him completely by surprise. And he said that he thought you had to wait 6 months between Goldberg's spears. He also said...
Trying out some material, and he looked kind of, huh?
Yeah.
He is a stand-up, Jack.
Well, yes.
He wasn't standing up after this match, though, because he
Yeah.
lost 1, 2, 3. Becky Lynch cut an intense backstage promo, and Sasha Banks really well done. Yes, it was.
Great.
What was the line? I've got it written down here. You're the greatest wrestler that was never actually great.
Oh, she's right as well.
Straight to the core.
yeah.
Yeah. That was the OMG moment. That's why that card was there.
The only drawback for me was that it was backstage rather than in front of a live crowd, but I still thought it was really
Yeah.
good. A lot of people say it's the best promo of her career. Second best for me. behind the one where she finally confronted Ronda Rousey after the match was put off and everything. She was like, oh, Ronnie, you knew I'd find a way back to you again. And everyone was like, And then they got Charlotte involved. And
that will always be close second to her coming out and holding the ropes open for Seth because they're boyfriend and girlfriend.
They've dropped that now. It's
I know
okay.
they have, but
it's fine.
Still got.
They're no longer fake boyfriend and
They're
fake
not. It's
girlfriend.
real. No, it is real. You can't accuse them of not being a real relationship.
I can, and I have. Jerry Lawler hosted the King's Court, was supposed to have Sasha as his guest, but was attacked by The Fiend before she could come out. And that sounds silly, but this caught me by surprise because they did a good job of like, all right, Lawler's here, let's have him do something. And even though The Fiend had been attacking oldies these past few weeks, it was like, oh yeah, he's got attacked. We just didn't get Sasha instead.
And
I thought that worked well.
And he also wasn't stupid. He didn't stay in the ring. He was like, no, I'm out of here.
Yep.
And then he got him on the stage instead. Good. Yes.
Yeah. And it's good because they're trying to make wrestling more family friendly, and I can't think of a way to make it safer for a family than getting rid of Jerry Lawler.
I knew that was going somewhere when you
Get
started
out
saying
of my car! Ricochet and The Miz beat Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin. Fun tag match. Yes, it was. These are some nice notes, Jack. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I described it on Graded as like, you know when you meet like a friend of a friend or someone at a party, you just click, really, you just get on straight away.
Yeah.
That's like The Miz and Ricochet in this match. They've never really tagged before, but they were high-five in between moves. The ending came because Miz saved Ricochet from a charge. They were just bros.
Yeah.
Just broing around.
Have you ever... It's weird things, seeing things come up on Facebook pages. Because I think it's a man thing to do. Have you ever like talk to someone and make friends at a party or a night out because they got similar clothing or the same clothes?
Same
as
football
you?
team.
Okay, football teams, that
just,
makes sense.
Or
yeah.
just because they also like football is the default, isn't it?
Yeah,
You
that's
just go-
an easy pick. But anything else, like, if they had the... What shirt is that?
Kenny Omega.
If it, like, okay, that might be it. No, it's not really working.
What was the shirt you were wearing yesterday? It was like I think it was a band or something. It was like a horror look. It was like
That's a David Lynch shirt.
Oh, that's a good way to make friends.
Yeah, you make some gloomy friends.
You look miserable. Do you like David Lynch?
Had like
Yes.
an impaled little plastic head on it.
Right.
Yeah.
I assumed it was death metal, but
Was it David Lynch's head?
No, it was like a little character head, like a little round, weird, like, you know how he does all the weird sort of with deformed little characters. It was like a head on a matchstick.
Oh,
just
lovely.
like on a red field.
at uni because in Durham it was quite small. There's only like 3 clothes shops from boys. You'd see loads of people wearing the same T-shirt as you on nights out. So I've taken quite a few ironic, like, we never met this bloke, but yeah. But
And then gone in the bathroom and had a good hard look at yourself.
I
Why aren't you just going to Newcastle to buy clothes, Jack?
need to stop going to Triple S.
Triple
It was Triple S. Yeah, it was great. I loved Triple S.
What else was there in terms of those weird shops? There was it Eisenegger, like the German shop, the German brand where all they sold was like puffy jackets and like beige coloured jeans. It was just really weird.
I used to love a bit of, when I was like 15, love a bit of Top Man when they do like when they were in their new rave phase.
Yes.
When everyone was in their new rave phase. And then now, Top Man have just become another River Island. Like everything's just the same now.
Yeah.
Crap. Yeah. Geordie Shore ruined everything.
I mean, that is true.
I want to dress like a klaxon.
Yeah, basically. Not even not the band, just the actual red as hell.
Anyway, Booker T picked Drew to win King of the Ring over Skype.
Yeah,
I mean, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Really made the effort.
Oh my god.
I mean, I wish I could be there. Not really. Cheers, Booker. And US title, Braun Strowman beat AJ Styles via DQ after the OC attacked. Rollins made the save, and the pair teamed up backstage for a tag title shot later on and showed more chemistry together than Rollins did with Becky.
Oh my god.
Jack, why would you write that down?
Strowman didn't even talk to him.
Exactly. Oh my god. Sorry. And then King of the Ring. My match of the night. Samoa Joe defeated Cesaro.
I loved when Cesaro at the bell rang and he just went, all right, bang, just charged across the ring. I was just sad because I didn't want to see either of them go out in the first round.
Yeah.
What do you guys think to the idea that's floating around out there in the ether?
Oh, go on.
That when NXT goes to TV in 2 hours, Cesaro returns as a big bad.
I'd love it. I want that immediately.
He might as well because he's not going to be at the top bit of Raw.
That's it, right?
So.
Yeah. And
Sorry, didn't. Go on.
And there's so many people on the NXT roster you could have class matches with and throw around. Yeah.
They've got to be careful though, because if they get too many people going across, it's going to be less special. But
yeah.
It might be easier for people at NXT to sneak out of WWE if they're on that show. But yeah, I mean, he never made it to the top.
Where's
NXT
Gargano gone? Austin Theory's here now. He's like him, but bigger.
Of course, one Breezango would just hit. No. Elias gave his final performance because of the dangers of being 24/7 champion. Audio issues caused him to berate the sound guy, who was R-Truth in disguise. Elias escaped, though.
Elias is like kicking out of everything. Because I love a near fall in a 24/7 stupid. My favorite one was when R-Truth rolled up Drake Maverick in the hotel room, and he kicked out too. So you had to tackle him on the bed.
He kicked out of the small package.
Yes, the near falls are so funny. So Elias kicked out of 3 moves here from R-Truth. He's like the John Cena. He's like Super Cena
He's
of the
Masawa of the 24/7 division.
He's gonna start dropping emerald flosions on people.
Burning Hammer on the bed. Oh, I kicked out too. Rey Mysterio was about to unmask and retire in a backstage interview.
He's already unmasked before.
Yeah,
you know
what
we mean.
Not in the WWE verse.
So it doesn't count. And the crowd were really believing this.
It's
amazing. This crowd was
I can't
weird,
believe
but
they
they
believed it.
Yeah, they were like, I think it's time for me to hang it up. And they were like, no. They were like, wow. They were like, you're not going to retire in a backstage interview. But they reacted like it was going to happen.
They were like,
Oh my god! Like it has to be a match where he tags with Dominic and they lose, and then he hands the mask over to him. Done. Mania, something like that.
Meltzer
Huge
and Alvarez
crowd
was saying
reaction.
that Dominic beats him up and takes the mask from him.
Well,
Oh.
you could, but I think they trademarked, or Dominic trademarked Prince Mysterio. So
Because Rey means king in Spanish.
yeah, so it'd be Prince Mysterio, and he can't be Rey Mysterio Jr. obviously, or El Hijo del.
I was going to say, why can't it be
because
El
there is
Hijo?
already- Because
Oh,
there's
is
already
it?
one. Because
Oh,
Rey
because
is
his
nephew.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio.
Oh, I didn't actually realize it was an El Hijo.
Rey Mysterio literally means King Mysterious.
Mysterious King. Yeah.
Don't do that because it ruins it. No, Rey Mysterio means Rey Mysterio.
El Santo's the saint. There you go.
Exactly. Mil Mascaris. He's got loads of
It's
masks.
actually Santa Claus.
Yeah, El Santo was Santa Claus, yeah. That's what he did in the summer. And then when it was Christmas time, he... Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Blue Demon Jr. means Blue Demon Jr.
Yeah.
Okay, that was enough of that. Ray agreed to team with Dominic when he makes his pro wrestling debut. Oh, God.
It's a handover of the mask.
Tell you what, Ray's a good actor. Dominic's needs some work.
It's
Yeah.
because Ray always sounds like he's straining, like he's in a lot of pain whenever he talks. 'Cause
Ray
he's
was
got
like-
like
It's funny
a
you
proper,
say
like-
that because
He's got like a proper like throaty voice, hasn't he?
I separated 6 discs in my lower back. Yeah, he's in the. I always remember.
I've had
that ad-
surgery.
in that- that's the one in that advert in the Don't Try
My
This.
knee.
My knee. That's the one. My knee.
my knee, my back, my... New Day beat Revival via DQ when Orton interfered and RKO'd Big E. Kofi ran down, also ate an RKO. And Woods also took an RKO. And then Orton forced Kofi to watch as Revival destroyed Woods. Is like, I love a segment. Yeah.
2009 Randy's back.
Yeah.
Yes.
In his shaved head and just posed for ages like that.
He's just so
Doing
evil.
nothing and then he's
Hearing
back.
voices. Do you like him in the Revival? As a
Yes.
trio? Yeah.
Good use
Like-
for Revival, yeah.
Like you got 3 sort of old school guys. You've got
Yeah.
like it works.
I think, yeah, it's good.
El Hijo
Yeah.
del Legacy. Cole interviewed Sasha, in brackets, who was backstage. It
Yeah, as in,
wasn't as
like-
good as Becky's promo. Sasha's explanation for jumping Natalia was, are we not missing a bit?
Yeah, she said about the hair. So Cole goes like,
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Cole was just like, so all this week people be talking about your hair.
no. Cole goes, all this
Oh,
week
mess it
people
up,
want
yeah,
to know.
shouldn't.
People want to know why, like why. And she goes, I just looked in the mirror and thought blue's your color. I'll do it. And then Cole's like, Sasha, with all due respect, no one's talking about your hair.
That was it. Sorry, I ruined
People
that.
were though. He's lied there. People were talking about her hair.
Jack especially.
I thought it was,
Jack started a subreddit.
no, I didn't. But he kind of just went, why did you do it? And then she just went, you're welcome, and walked off. And I was like, oh.
I don't owe you fans an explanation.
Yeah, I get a bit tired of that. Not Sasha, that trope.
No,
like
absolutely.
yeah.
But, we're going to get that, sorry. Cedric Alexander beat Sami Zayn.
Not a long enough match. But the right decision, I suppose.
I think it's the wrong time for that match to be happening. It's kind of the dead bit of Raw, like before the main event. So these 2 guys who aren't main guys, it's like, it's a bit cruel.
Yeah.
Same time, you've got to get all of the bump out of the way, don't you? Like with the lower stage of the tournament.
Well, I was just thinking after this match, like, where does Sammy go from here? We'd find that out on SmackDown, but we'll get onto that, I suppose.
Sneaking out. Hey, who's that sneaking in NXT? Right.
No,
Just lock the door. Sasha jumped Natalia backstage and attacked her injured arm. And again, God damn it, Natalia. Having a go. All right, I'm backstage. As I was saying last week, and every other time I've been in front of a camera in WWE, my dead dad, and he gets attacked again, and it's every time it becomes less comical and more sad.
yeah.
Like the only time
Yeah.
they use her is like, all right, so we know you've got a great career and you've been here for over a decade. Talk about your dad.
Yeah.
I just want them to give Natty something of note, like as I've said before, like on videos and discussions and stuff. Like she's trained quite a lot of the women's roster, and if she hasn't trained them from scratch, she's sort of refined them and worked with a lot of people in the performance center. It's ready-made. Just turn her heel and be like, you owe all of this female roster to me, and just send her on a big run and then see you later, Natty. But like, just all of this constant like, did you know my dad was Jim the Anvil Neidhart? And then
Did you know who he knew?
Did he know
Get
Bret
this.
Hart?
He did? How did you know this?
What about Jimmy Hart?
Well, he wasn't allowed in the Hall of Fame this year for reasons that we don't know yet.
What about Roxy Hart from Chicago? No, it doesn't.
What about Bruce Hart?
Bruce, we got Chris Renfrew in here for Straight to Hell. And Ross,
Did we?
Ross is like, Chris,
Yeah.
what's your first one? And he goes, Bruce Hart. He just threw it.
He just put him in. It was brilliant.
Because there used to be a video of Chris Renfrew singing it, "Here comes Bret Hart." It's pretty funny.
He was a good Straight to Hell, Chris Renfrew.
Oh, that's
He's a
nice.
funny guy.
Yeah. Where are we? Yeah, go to hell and tell your daddy I said hi.
That's Sasha's line, yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. I always find it a bit far-fetched when Paige did it to Charlotte, when she's like, well, your dead baby brother, Charlotte.
That
it
was
just takes me out of it.
amazing.
It's like, it doesn't make me hate the heel more. It just makes me think this writing's a bit crap.
Yeah, it takes out like, oh, that was a good line. It's like, they wrote that.
Yeah.
You sort of get a sort of feel of desperation around
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's cheap heat. It's cheap.
I wouldn't even call it cheap heat. It's like giving heat away. It's worse.
Right.
There's not
Free
even a way
heat.
to, like,
Free
yeah,
heat.
free heat.
Free heat for the poor.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman became new Raw Tag Team Champions as they defeated Gallows and Anderson. But can they coexist, Jack?
We'll find out next week. Or
There you go.
in the build-up to Clash.
That's
somewhere
right. You're going to have to listen to this podcast to find out what happened.
So they've gone, Braun's cool. People like Braun. We stick Seth to Braun. Then Braun will make Seth cool.
I
But it's
feel
like, Braun will become less cool.
Braun becomes less cool.
I feel like
Braun, how are you feeling?
I was just playing Farming Simulator last week, and that's it. Like, Seth's going to de-cool him.
I feel like Seth
I like Train Simulator.
reminded everyone by not talking and just wrestling a really good match against Lesnar and winning.
Yeah.
It reminded everyone that he is good.
Yes.
And I'm just worried that, like you've said, they've tried to associate him with someone. But there's been rumors. People are starting to assume that this isn't going to lead to Seth versus Strowman, but a triple threat: Seth, Strowman, and AJ, which I can't see because AJ's US champ. I was just really looking forward to AJ versus Strowman. I thought that was going to be the pay-per-view. I thought that was going to be the
that'd be
feud
great.
for the US title. I thought that would be like a Diesel Bret Hart match.
You know me, like
But-
I like the sort of David versus Goliath
Right.
style matchups,
Yeah, yeah.
especially when one of them is like a high flyer type.
Yeah, but instead, apparently it might be I don't really know where it's
Yeah.
going. But
We'll find out.
yes, we will. Can
By
they
watching
coexist?
Raw.
Almost certainly not, but let's find out.
By watching Raw or following people who make up news on Twitter and then get called out by Rusev. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, well, we'll not name who it is because, God, we say a lot about people who write these news online. And we go, they make it up. And we start as a known thing. Yeah, this guy literally makes it up.
Oh.
And now, let's look at SmackDown. The blue one. Orton cut a heel promo on Kofi, only to be blindsided with a Trouble in Paradise. Makes a nice change for that.
Yes.
Kofi went to wreck Orton's leg with a chair, but the revival ran out, so he battered them instead. Yeah.
Yeah, makes him look strong and adds another dimension to his character rather than just, I'm so glad that I'm the champion, hooray. He's now angry.
He's doing the opposite of what Seth was doing. Seth's like, well, Brock's going to come and attack me. I better wait for him. Oh, Brock attacked me. They all laughed at him. Kofi's like, no, I'm going to wreck you too.
Yeah.
It's going to be looking for that 2009 car. See if
I've
that's still
just
around.
remembered, you know when Rollins ran at Lesnar, just head on, and everyone was like, you idiot, and he got beaten up. I was watching for the first time in ages. You remember the old Mitchell and Webb sketch, Angel Summoner and BMX Bandit?
Oh.
First series Mitchell and Webb
Yeah.
was something
What's
else.
the song where it's like
Angel Summoner,
a BMX bandit. One can summon angels, the other rides a BMX.
They're a crime fighting duo, duo, yeah. And then he's like, right, this is like what Rollins' plan is in my head, like, I'll jump the canal on my BMX, pop a wheelie. And he's like, or I could just summon a horde of angels to do the job for us.
That is the Braun Seth tag team.
It's it's Braun and Seth.
All right, I can hit them with a chair, but I could just slam them. right. Owens met with Shane backstage and begged him to reconsider the $100,000 fine from last week. Shane agreed to reconsider. So, wow, it's like Austin Vince all over.
It's not, is it though?
Which Austin and Vince though?
I know.
Not the ones on
The
WWE
one,
TV.
the one where Austin begged Vince not to fire him. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Why are they making? Like, okay, so I mention him every week. My boy Brandon Stroud, right? He's said
Take a shot.
this is clearly come from the mind of a billionaire who has no touch with like reality or the employee-employer relationship.
Tony Khan works for WWE. I'm joking. Please hire me.
I am dying to just have a non-McMahon in charge. Ideally, somebody that's just, on the fringes. I'm sick of it now.
What, you mean like when Paige was doing a really good job and she got the axe because of how bad Raw was?
Yeah, but even then, like, I'd maybe like just somebody entirely new, where it's just like, boom, new character. Here's a new GM, or like a legend
Like a
comes
Kona
back.
Reeves, for
Yes.
example.
Kona Reeves would make a standout GM. He'd just be champion. He'd hold every belt.
I'd like to see the Street Profits be GMs.
Coincidentally, it turns out Andrew Dawkins is actually running Raw.
He's actually
Just the-
very good at just like
exposition.
logistics, financial planning.
He sorts out the travel and the hotels, so they
Yeah.
all love him.
He
yeah.
puts the profit in Street Profit. King of the Ring, Andrade beat Apollo Crews, and the commentary was like, wow, is there anything Apollo Crews can't do? And the answer is, of course, win a match. So apart from that, you're right, he's amazing.
They really seem to be building Andrade up as like the guy who's going to win King of the Ring, which makes me think he'll lose in the final. But I don't know, it's just speculation. I'd like
Purely
to see him win.
speculation.
I'd like to see him win though.
I want whoever
good pick.
wins to have a proper full-on run. I want him to be Regal. I want him to be King Booker. I want him to actually fully get in with it.
I think that Ricochet's going to win.
I think
I'd like to see him
Andrade
do
would
flips
benefit
with
the
a
most from
massive
it.
crown
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, well, he's won a crown. Yeah,
Oh, he already
he
owns
was
a
King
crown,
Ricochet
yeah.
for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the sound effect of when he puts the crown on his head? Ding.
Yeah.
It's the anime sword clash noise.
Sorry for microphone.
And the
Elias-
crowd's just like trembling slightly while it pans across.
There's just a bead of sweat doing this.
His power levels are right.
Andrade's in the ring going, Nani. Elias discovered Drake Maverick hiding backstage. Oh, he actually discovered the referee, which is nice.
Yes, he discovered the
Ripped
ref
off the
first.
shirt.
Yeah.
And then revealed comes out the box and goes, aha, grabs him and goes, no, I've got immunity. We're not doing this. I'm friends
I
with
don't know how I
Shane.
feel about Shane always suspending the 24/7 rules. That's not the 24/7 belt.
I like that though.
All right.
I thought
okay,
it was a good
fair
segment. He then locked Drake in a box like Roger Moore did to Whisper in Live and Let Die.
I was for you that.
That's nice. That
Yeah,
I was
cheers.
going to go in a. Oh, you went with the other one.
Don't go for knick-knack again. We can't.
Did you see that? Or did you edit that episode?
No.
My
for
God,
God's
I was
sake.
tears of
We were
laughter.
talking about how badly James Bond's aged, and there's in Man with the Golden Gun.
There's a Bond
James
girl
Bond-
called Plenty O'Toole.
Yeah, there
Aged
is, yeah.
awfully.
I'm Plenty. Well, of course you are.
Oh, two named after your father, I guess.
Dr.
Oh,
Holly
my
Goodhead.
God.
Yeah. So in Man with
lot
the
of
Golden
vagina.
in Man with the Golden Gun, he it's all the mailbag names.
Yeah, coincidentally,
No,
all the
Bond
names will
girls.
be heard later on in the next.
In the Man with the Golden Gun, he fights Knick-Knack, who's
Yeah.
a little person.
Yes.
Stuffs him in a suitcase.
he's a jack.
Yeah. And so instead of you going for that one, when he's talking about Drake Maverick here, I just went for Whisper from Live and Let Die.
Isn't a Man with the Golden Gun the one where like the whole identifier to work out it's definitely him is that he has a third
Third
nipple?
nipple.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, oh,
And he
man.
also has a golden gun.
Yeah, that too. But when you got a golden gun, it's gonna weigh.
His
a bit.
gun
You're
was
not gonna
crap
like-
as well. It was like a lighter
Well-
and a pen. It honestly
But
was
this
like.
is the thing.
But
Like,
When
the
you talk
idea
about- oh,
the
no.
idea was,
his
remember,
gold's a very malleable.
We're becoming a
metal,
James Bond
surely
podcast.
He would fire one shot out of that, and the whole thing would just be like.
well,
yeah.
no.
Well, the idea would be that like he could assemble it out of anything. And so you go through like, I don't know, metal detectors at the airport. And he goes, that's just my pen, my cigarette case, and a bullet.
Yeah.
So, well, whatever.
Do you reckon they're gonna do Doctor No with the new one because it's called No Time to Die?
Oh no.
I don't know, but I hope they forget half of what happened in the film beforehand, where
Well,
they
it's
just went
Bond,
off the
it-
complete
it's
rails.
Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, innit?
Yeah,
That's the part-
like
yeah.
Star Trek films.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Anyway, also, like the Man with the Golden Gun's gimmick was it only needs one bullet to kill you. It's like
Any
most
bullet.
guns.
But he's
Anyway.
such a good marksman.
Yes, a moment of bliss with Alexa and Nikki. Oh, let's go back to Man with the Golden Gun. Charlotte Flair was this week's. Oh god,
She has golden hair, like the
she
golden gun
has a
from-
powerful weapon. She could have healed promo on Bayley, who arrived and accepted a challenge for a title match at Clash of Champions because Charlotte has to be on these shows. Bayley pushed Charlotte off her stool.
Oh
pushed her off her stool.
no, but it was nasty fall.
I was gonna
oh my
say.
god.
And Bayley hasn't knocked a woman that far off her rankings since she's ruined Ember Moon's career at SummerSlam. That took a while to get there, but it did work in the end. I'm sorry. Reigns and Bryan both bullied Buddy Murphy backstage.
In separate segments.
Yes. So Buddy just went out and beat Daniel Bryan
Thank
clean.
God for that.
Bloody
Buddy
hell.
Murphy needed that.
Bloody
Crowd
Buddy Murphy.
chanting Buddy, or Murphy, whatever.
Yeah.
One of his two
He's
names.
fantastic.
Yeah.
What a great push he's getting.
They are
I'm so happy
sleeping
for
on
him. And then Rowan and Bryan got their heat back up. Well, who cares? Shut up. Royal Challenge New Day for a title match at Clash of the Champions before beating Heavy Machinery in a tag match.
Yeah.
I was actually in Heavy Machinery.
I'm looking forward to that title match as well. Reviving the New Day, that should be good. What about Woods' leg though? Is Kofi gonna have to do double duty? I'd like it if he.
And that's what cost him eventually.
No, Kofi's used to be winning gauntlet matches from the start by now. He should be able to just do whatever he wants.
Marathon Man, huh?
Snickers man now, mate. They changed the name.
I love you. Chad Gable was interviewed backstage about King of the Ring, only for Shelton Benjamin to humiliate, in capital letters, him by putting a sign on the locker room door implying he should.
Sam's getting cross now because one of his 205 Live boys has been mistreated badly on the main roster.
That, but what is it this week? Like, so NXT, there was a match between Miriam and Vanessa Bourne. Vanessa Bourne and Aaliyah are a thing, like, together, so whenever one wrestles, the other one's outside managing them. And
I saw you.
not a thing like that. Yeah.
All the things you said.
But halfway through, like, the match, Mia gets trapped in the rope by Vanessa Bourne. She pushes her head right down, so her leg is up over the rope. Aaliyah hands her a sticker, and it says, like, lower, because she's, like, lower class. And she just, like, puts it on her backside. And I was like, this is so childish. Like, just banging a sticker on her and going, we're better than you. And it's like, now they're doing, oh, he's short.
Yeah.
Well, the lower one's good, because the humiliation's fine. But, like, going to emphasise the fact that he is short,
The problem,
yeah,
though,
she can take that sticker off. Chad Gable's always going to be that height
But the problem
until Roger Moore puts him in a suitcase and throws him off.
But the problem with the whole
Sam.
thing is, like, you had then Shayna Baszler came out and she was like, come on, join the horsewomen, Mia. And it's just like, that makes Shayna look weak. Shayna shouldn't care about Mia Yim. And like the whole thing with Mia Yim as well, it was like, well, she's a positive role model. She grew up in, like, LA during the LA riots. She's, like, really intelligent. She's made a life for herself, and now she's a wrestler. And when that didn't work, they were sort of like, but she's also from the street and she can beat you up. And then that's sort of like, yeah, but you can combine the two. And I don't know. I'm just getting really annoyed at the minute with it.
The women's division in NXT is a bit weird to me, because it seems to be just, the plan is Shayna Baszler, and the plan after that is Shayna Baszler.
It's starting to get better because of Io and Candice.
Yeah, I think they're going to have
But-
Mia take the belt off Shayna, but if that happens, I think they're going to divide a lot of people with it.
Do you think that's why Ember Moon's going to go back?
I think
I thought then.
it'd be nice to see her back, but I want to see Ember on the main roster doing well. Yeah.
They put a sticker on her back that says higher. Sami Zayn was the guest on Miz TV, but didn't want to talk about himself. Brought out Shinsuke Nakamura and said he plans to be his mouthpiece.
Who?
Nakamura laid out Miz, and they left together. And I thought that was a nice segment, because almost like it was treated like a big deal. Like, it's
Yeah.
like Nakamura. It's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, he is good.
Zayn's now his manager. Yeah.
And they
And
wrestled
Zayn was,
each other,
and
obviously.
he was all.
and they've got that
First
tie,
match,
from Takeover Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
yeah, they do.
That's a long time ago.
The Fight Forever match.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it was good, though, because Nakamura was clearly using up all that energy by not wrestling on TV for months. By coming out there and it's like, he'd been listening to
He
Death
was
Grips
putting his
backstage.
feet on everything and shaking as hard as he could.
And then somebody's like, no, calm down, Nakamura. Calm down. Now, do it again.
Yeah.
That was good. I like that.
I think it could be good, this. But problem is, as I said on Twitter, when you're IC champion, don't get in a feud with The Miz. He'll just win the belt from you. Especially when he's one reign behind Jericho.
Yeah.
For the most IC reigns of all time.
Yeah, but I imagine that Nakamura might just take the pin and be like, freedom!
His soul goes
Dobby
through...
is free!
His soul goes through the Tron like Undertaker. Is that the Royal Rumble? And he like rises up.
They bring back those little 3x3 old TVs to do it, though. Not the actual
I
Tron.
love
Yeah.
that, because that's what watching the casino looks like as well.
Yes. Yeah, I had a good time there, actually.
Shane took back his fine of Kevin Owens. What a nice man. But forced Kevin Owens to promise never to touch another official or he's fired. King Ring main event, Elias beat Owens. I guess it was. Yeah. Elias beat Owens because Shane revealed himself as the referee and did a fast count. Brilliant. This feud must continue all the way to Hell in a Cell again.
Or
predictable.
Owens could hit an official, get fired, and go to AEW.
Yeah, but
Or to NXT.
Or to NXT.
What,
Everyone wants to wrestle on Mondays now. I mean, Wednesdays now, actually. Yeah.
Backstage, Brian. Okay, look, I like this week's SmackDown.
What
I thought it was
what
very
was
exciting,
this?
and there's lots of stuff.
What was this?
This was rotten.
Oh,
Brian and
you
Rowan
were so in
revealed.
disguise.
Brian and Rowan revealed Roman's attacker to be a Rowan lookalike, and that was it. And no one said anything. I think Bosmore said it best. He goes, "So Roman, after they stopped filming, did you ask who that was, or did you just leave the room and wait for next week's SmackDown?"
Yeah.
'Cause he's like,
Well, I can't wait to see how it starts because and people have one or two people on Twitter were saying to me that was, if you look closely, that's Luke Harper and he's just shaved his head and dyed his beard. So I've looked so much at it, like could that possibly? It's not. I think Luke Harper's got a thinner face.
I mean, they're obviously going to try and like pass it off as like it definitely wasn't Rowan, it was this guy, and it's going to have like a comedic ending. But
it shouldn't have a comedic ending.
yeah,
I think the tone was
This was so
completely off.
absurd,
It's supposed to be like, no, who did
You
it?
can see Brian
Yeah.
trying not to laugh. He's like, it's so weird.
It's Rerick Owen. Whatever.
In the Impactor.
Yeah, and then you've already recapped some of NXT.
205, you had a 40-minute
there we go.
match, which was a 5-on-5 Survivor Series style match, which was Team Gulak versus Team Lorcan. My paper's over there. If you pass me that, I could quickly have a look through.
Nah, you're
tell you
right.
who's on every team.
No. Can I remember this?
That's NXT.
Humberto Gallagher. Humberto.
So you had
Garza,
Drew Gulak, Ari Daivari, Mike Kanellis, Tony Nese, Angel Garza or Angel Garza.
Wait,
whatever you
Tony
want.
Nese was on Heel Team 6?
Yes, so Tony
Team
Nese
5.
basically said, "Come on, Gulak, pick me.
All right.
I want to prove to you I'm a good wrestler, and
Okay.
you should give me a shot." But
Didn't
whenever
work.
Daivari was like trying to help him by like cheating, he'd be like, "No, I don't need your help," and he'd get angry about it.
Okay.
They were up
Tony Nese right
against Oni Lorcan, Jack Gallagher, Akira Tozawa, Humberto Carrillo, and Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Not Lindsay!
Swerve was getting some of the biggest reactions of the night. Like, genuinely got in the ring, crowd
Yep.
loved him to pieces. Angel Garza, again,
He's
ready
great.
star.
He is going to be
good.
so good. Give him
Yeah.
all of the belts.
He is.
He's
He's
so
fantastic, and
Yep.
they've set up the whole thing that him and Humberto are cousins. So it's like, you know, they're going to build this little family feud thing going on. And I believe, because they're both from the Garza family, both called Humberto, I think they actually have the same full name. Yeah, it's weird, but like
didn't know
obviously they have different names in real life.
And a fun fact about this
in
match,
wrestling.
they explained still a bit awkward streaming NXT on the networks. They re-upload them on the online one. And they re-edited this because the live version didn't. The cameras didn't catch when he'd removed the trousers.
The trousers.
So
yeah.
that's the highlight of the match. You have to put it back in.
Yeah, it got a big pop.
The director's cut.
But the order of elimination was Tozawa, Kanellis, Gallagher, Nese, Swerve, Gulak, who got himself eliminated.
That's right, with the champ.
Yeah, and
Good Gulak.
then Ari Daivari, and then Garza. Humberto won it for the boys.
He did. Gulak retweeted a video of himself using the chair, and he was laying the law. And was like, once again, prepare for war, CC dub. And also interesting in that was the scene of Lucha House Party do a. Well, not in this episode, lads. Little video, and it said that Kalisto and Gran Metalik were both teasing leaving WWE on Twitter this week.
Really?
Yes. But not Lindsay. Not my boy.
Well, the thing with Lindsay is that somebody last week or the week before attacked Gran Metalik backstage. Lindsay's the first one on the scene.
It's gonna be
And
Lindsay.
up comes, I think Humberto's there. No, Humberto's there, and Lindsay comes running down with Drake Maverick going, "Look, he's done it. And he doesn't like Humberto Carrillo, so he's going to turn heel, I think, because Kalisto was making all these comments about how Humberto is like the future of Lucha, and Lindsay is getting more and more annoyed. But he's managed to convince Kalisto this week that it was probably Ari Daivari, so Kalisto's going to go and beat the truth out of Daivari next week.
Yeah, but you'll know it'll be Lindsay Dorado because you would have shouted, "It's Lucha time" before hitting him.
In AEW news, they've added another match to the All Out pre-show. It's the private party against Angelico and Jack Evans.
Nice.
And if you watch the news video that me and Tom did yesterday, this
TG
video
plug.
got out on Friday. So if you watch yesterday's news video, you'll see. Just watch Tom's pronunciation of Angelico. I think he thinks he's an actual like Mexican like luchador because he goes Angelico. I'm like, he's from
Good job, that lad.
He's from South Africa, mate. But all right.
Let's have a rummage in our mailbags.
Now it's time for everyone's favourite segment, the mailbag. And I'll have Jack introduce that like he used. I am thinking, because we're not like hating each other anymore.
Whoa! Stop!
Because we're not
No.
Yeah, there's no passive aggressiveness. We actually all right talking to each other.
What?
I was only like the first 50 weeks.
What?
I'm joking, man. Like, I think because people go, why isn't Puppet Jack doing anything anymore? We just rag at each other now, and it's all right. I do need to introduce Puppet Pachiti next week. I think that needs to be the next step.
It's just Puppet Jack, but with a handlebar mustache. That's all you got to do.
Well, now the cat's out of the bag, so it'll just be like, oh, hello, like from the island of Pachiti.
What?
That's where he lives, because when they elect the
Island
mayor,
of Pachiti.
then
Oh, the Isle of Wight.
yeah, I'll just rename it to the Isle of Wight, and then that tweet will get 100,000,
It does get a lot of.
and it'll just assume power of the island.
I said happy birthday to him on Twitter. It got like 1.2k likes. I know.
Yeah.
I made him a little 16-bit GIF of his face morphing.
Did you?
With two lasses dancing next to him. Yeah.
Oh, I want to see that. Probably do this mailbag segment. Anyway, that's a little sneak preview.
Anyway, yeah.
Hey, by the way, I don't read these beforehand, so if you see me laughing at them, it's because they're funny. Hey, Maffew the Botchamania, Jack the Jobber, and Rossage the Sausage. I said that last week. I was watching the recent episode of The Hot Ones, where they had on Steve Austin. He recalls the supermarket brawl where him and Booker T caused $10,000 worth of damage in Fresno, California, where I'm from, and yes, I popped when he name-dropped my city. My question for you guys is, what is your favourite outside-of-the-ring moment in wrestling history? Cheers, lads. There's no name there. Well, assume it was...
Oh, no.
Assume it was Plenty O'Toole.
Don't worry about it. I'll find out, and then we can mention it at the start of the next segment.
That's
I'll run
fine.
to my computer and find out who that
Jack
was.
apologises.
Sorry about that, Fresno person, but I'll find out.
This is your Patreon dollars at work. So, outside-the-ring moments.
I've got two.
Go on, then.
My favourite of all time is the supermarket, but it's been said.
Uh-huh.
There is also Big Show's dad's body getting stolen by the big boss man. But an underappreciated one that I think doesn't get anywhere near enough love is when Booker T is hiding from Goldust, and Goldust is desperate to be his tag team partner. And there's one where he goes into a 7-Eleven, Booker T goes into a 7-Eleven, and he's looking over his shoulder, and he's trying to make sure he's not being followed. And he talks to this really wooden guy from the 7-Eleven, and it's WWE have got a partnership with Slurpee.
I know.
And he's they've got these Slurpee cups and stuff, and he goes in and he's looking for a Booker T cup, but he can't find one. Fills it up, goes to the counter, and then somebody taps him on the shoulder, and he turns around, and it's Goldust in full gimmick, but with a basketball jersey on and a cap and a pair of jeans, just dressed like a normal person, as if that's just how he is. If you take off all his clothes, that's just him in gimmick. And he's got a hot dog in his hand, and I think the quote is, after Booker T calls him a freak and tells him, no, I'm not going to be a tag team partner, he's like, well, just one more thing. I'll give you a bite on my sausage if I can have a sip of your Slurpee. And it's just, the way it's delivered is so greasy. It's
Yeah. That was such a good team.
They were great. Yeah.
I miss them.
I'm gonna. It's not good, but it's cheesy
Thanks,
and
Jack.
bad. No, it's cheesy and bad, but it's funny. Is when Austin drops Triple H from the forklift. Triple H is acting. It's so good. Austin, no. It's so bad.
Mr. Simpson, no!
You're getting too close, Mr. And also one of the worst. I'll do one of the worst ones ever as well, because I just stumbled across it. I was looking for a certain match on the network, and I found out I was on the Raw after the one that had happened on, because Triple H is in the ring with a ventriloquist dummy pretending it's Katie Vick. So I'll go for the Katie Vick sketch where he's in the morgue or the church or whatever.
Oh, I don't remember that one. I remember the one where he's got the puppet, and
Do
we
you
know
remember
that doesn't
the
work
one
in
where
wrestling.
he puts the Kane mask on and he's in the coffin?
He's dry humping.
Oh, you mean the actual segment?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that
That's
was
a
a
whole
morgue. Yeah,
ass
you're
bad
on.
one.
Yeah, sorry.
It was
like a separate segment. It keeps on coming back. For sloppy seconds.
Include that, you can have Vince going to the church. When he's just dips his hands in the holy water and stuff.
Hey, Shane, who's this remind you of?
You've got the Wall.
That's the Wall,
WCW.
That was in ring.
3 mile away. 3 mile away.
Falling off the roof.
Yeah.
Falling off the roof is one of my favourite ones.
It's
Absolutely mint.
Related to that, he was on. Oh, go on.
Heenan and Bischoff after that. When Heenan's like, did he fall off the building side or the riverside? And Bischoff goes, well, what does it matter? It's the riverside, it's the parking lot of the river.
It's parking lot or river.
And Heenan just goes, He just throws down his pen. He's like,
Yeah, there's like 5 seconds of silence.
Yeah.
And then, isn't there? Just like, what are you doing?
So related to that, because it was on photo shoot, which is a little fun bit on Network.
Yeah.
They have the photos of when Hogan's just having this little rally with his biker friends, and he's like, and Mean Gene's like, "How you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm on my hog, brother." And then it's like, "Look out, Hogan!" And there's the giant on this giant monster truck, and he's like, "No!" And he gets out of the way and obviously crushes his bike.
Yeah.
But then he comes back and just to gloat. And so he's just like, so Hogan's like, "No, giant brother, no," banging on this thing. Like, and Giant's like, "Ah, ah." That's the dot till it fades out. And it's surreally bad.
Isn't his bike called Black Lightning or something as well? Like, I'm sure there's some like weird, ironic like twist in that bike. But yeah, it's the Giant sitting when he's like looking down on him, and isn't he shaking his fists? And
Well,
he's just
I
like,
swear Hogan's like pounding it like he's a neighbor angry at the
Yeah.
guy next door playing his music too loud. And then there's just Giant,
That's great.
Anyway.
We'll
Question-
find out who that was at the start
Yeah,
of
we
the
will.
next segment.
Question 2. It just says, "Lads, just gone to uni, so of course I'm buzzing. And with uni comes freshers. Oh boy. Long story short, I just spent 30 quid on the wrong freshers event because of my pure stupidity. Literally the dodgiest effing website, and I still went through the whole process. Man, I was fuming, and still am, hence why I needed to vent." That's a couple of letters. "So now I'm done whining like a little bitch. Do you guys have any good freshers stories? My cousin claims to have seen 2 people necking off at the freshers ball, only for the guy to end up getting speared because he was getting with the other guy's girlfriend." That can definitely happen in freshers. "To be honest, he chats a load of crap, so I don't know if I should believe him. We'll still be listening to you guys every week at uni. Keep up the quality, lads. X." And that's from Tamer.
Or
Aw.
Tama, I'm not sure which one, but yeah. But
Tamer-
thank you for the
Thanks.
email.
Well, this question doesn't sound tame, does it, Jack?
I'm going to look forward to uni and that, mate.
If you get through
stories.
freshers, the rest of the doddle. Freshers stories.
When I
That's
first
a-
started at uni, I
then.
was made homeless a day into my course.
What happened?
So I didn't have a hall space initially because I'd come in late, and I had to go rent from like a private landlord, but it was a live-in private landlord. And so there was me, this weird landlord guy, and a guy called Amir, who's like, I still talk to Amir. He's like a really cool guy.
This is so League of Gentlemen.
And like Amir was there doing like an engineering masters, so he'd been to uni before. He'd been to the same uni, so he was like a good guy to know to like find stuff out. And then yeah, we moved in. The guy seemed a little strange, the landlord, and like I'm fine. And then like a couple of days later, Amir moves in. Everything's fine. Then my course starts. But on the first weekend, when we're all in the house together, like before the course started, he sat us down with this list of house rules, which included things like, it's like, you can't have guests stay because this is a house, not a hotel. If you are going to have a guest, they need to leave by like 8 p.m. There's to be no sexy times happening in the house. When my girlfriend is here, you aren't allowed to be in the living room.
Wait.
He had a girlfriend that we would never see, but he would assure us was in the living room.
No.
Yeah, there was this massive list of rules, and it was like just insanity. And Amir just sort of laughs it off, balls it up, throws it away. And when he finds it in the bin, he prints another one, and laminated it, and slid it under his door.
Oh, he's
So,
good
like,
him.
Yeah, so at that point, Amir and him started having arguments, and then it's like the first day of the course, and Amir rings me, panicking, going like, yeah, I don't know what's happening. He said he's like kicking me out. So I was like, all right, what's going on? They'd had like this massive argument. Amir had to go and do his like registration for the course or whatever. Came back, and all of his stuff was like taken out of his room. So he'd taken the door off the hinges, went in, collected all of his personal belongings, of which there was a lot of like sentimental things in there and things that are like family stuff, and he didn't want anybody else touching, obviously, but he just put them all in carry bags and just left it and went, see you later. So then I'm stuck in this house with this nutter, who that evening I'm just sort of like going to the toilet, and he's just staring at the wall in the kitchen, just staring at the wall like this close to it. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna
Like Homelander
go.
and the boys.
So I start looking at places to move, because I go for a pint with Amir, and I'm like, no, he's nuts, and he's like, right. So find somewhere else to move to. But when he catches wind of this, he tries to kick me out. So my Welsh Uncle John, who is no longer with us, but he was like this 6'5" angry Welshman, just turned up one day and just went, right, money now, and just intimidated him to give me back all this money. We moved all my stuff, but like that was crazy. And then he popped up on my Facebook like 2 years ago, like somebody I know has friends in common with him or is friends with him, and I was like, nah, like I don't want anything to do with this guy. But I remember, the secret girlfriend thing was weird because because it was like she would be in the living room only, but you'd never hear any noise from the living room, no conversation, no nothing, and it was like,
well, the plug cable only goes so far.
so like, but it was odd.
That's a hell of a story.
Yeah,
You should have
really
gone
weird.
last.
Yeah, I know. Well, Mia's now in NXT UK, so that's all right.
Hey.
Okay.
Oh, don't pause for reaction.
Just looked into the camera. For those
Jack.
not, I haven't got a story as good as that. My freshest week was like we all went out and got drunk quite a lot, but that's
fresh.
But that's fresh, and nothing outrageous happened.
I think this guy wants stories like that. To
I know,
learn
and
from
I
it,
can't.
which is a good one.
That's
People are at
worth.
the other point, yeah.
Two stories because I haven't got.
That's okay. Mine was somebody got murdered right outside the flat.
What?
What?
Whoa! Why do I not
First
have?
week.
What's
Wait,
the?
did you not have anybody cool play your freshers even in second?
Oh,
or third
Tinchy
year?
Strider.
Tinchy Strider. There you go.
Yeah,
Jackman,
Tinchy
Tinchy
Strider.
Oh, we had friggin' end dubs.
Nah,
Through the height of the popularity as well. Oh, whatever.
because I'm playing with fire.
That, and I've just remembered this because I'm thinking about like what happened at freshers. We had like what are they called? Like the older uni guys going, "Hey, let me show you around." And
we
guides,
called them
yeah.
freps. I was a
Frep,
frep.
there we go.
I was a frep.
A fresher rep. That's right.
Of course I
Yeah,
was.
of
I got
course you
keen
were.
I am. Come on, everyone.
The one at UCLan, aka Preston, they had some guys doing it outside the little venue place.
Yeah.
And it's quite amazing. This is what 06 to 09. They were doing the A team, right?
Yeah.
So one of them was blacked up as Mr. T.
No.
Can we just go back to the murder though first? Because like, it's.
I'm
one
not trying to say
thing-
Mr. T did it, but
It's one
what you're
thing,
trying to insinuate.
because that is ridiculous. But
Yeah.
like, you just went, there was a murder, and then just carried on.
I did because I don't know anything else about it.
It just
I'm not trying to
happened.
not incriminate myself or anything like that. Your Honor, Your Honor, I was watching Spartacus, but
He just had this ECW VHS embedded in the back of his skull. I don't know how it got there.
no, it wasn't. It was New Japan. Oh no. But yeah, that was an indication of how good it was going to be in Preston. And I met a lot of lifelong friends there.
Okay.
So I don't regret all of uni. But my God, what a depressing place.
Really?
What's that line I think Jim Cornette says? If I ever feel like killing myself and I'm going to commit to it, I'm going to go to Preston because there's going to be nothing to want to change my mind if I go there.
I used to go out with a girl from Preston.
Used to.
Yeah.
I think
my
I
God.
don't.
She won't watch this. So
I don't care.
I don't think I've
They,
been to
everybody I've
Preston.
said that to in the Northwest has gone, yeah, you're right.
She probably does agree, to be fair.
Nah.
I've never been to Preston, I don't think, but Hull was the place that made me want to die. I lived in Middlesbrough for 4 years, but Hull.
I've never appreciated the Northeast more than like leaving it and coming back like, oh God, I'm sorry, please.
Yeah.
The grass is always greener. And we have to move on now because we're taking a long time on these. Number 3, hi diddlers. There we go. My girlfriend absolutely hates the voiceover bit on your podcast.
Poor Carl. Sorry, Carl. If you watch, he doesn't watch.
I love that this isn't a complaint, there's no question. She threatens to throw things at the TV every time they come on. She especially hates the Reese's Pieces one, so much so she tried to throw me through the TV just for listening to it.
I might have included this question to annoy his girlfriend.
So I was wondering, wrestling or otherwise, what small thing absolutely ruins your day every time you hear it? P.S. For the record, I love the voiceovers, and love them even more now I know she hates them. P.P.S. Ross once sang Close to You by the Carpenters to me on a name redacted stream.
I can imagine that. That's definitely true.
This is why people love Ross.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work, Matt.
Cheers, Matt.
That can't be a real name, can it? Where's the pun? Okay, that's fine. There's no hate for me this week.
Thanks, Matt.
So it's a very
But
disappointing
no
week,
thanks to
we'll try
Matt's
and make-
girlfriend because she didn't.
Hello,
like
Matt's girlfriend.
Pieces.
Don't worry, the Reese's Pieces still to come. Small thing that absolutely ruins your day every time you hear it. That's
My alarm tone being used as somebody else's ringtone, I immediately go like that.
You feel like you're waking up.
Wow.
Yeah, you feel like you're sort of
Yeah.
dreaming. That in films, it doesn't ruin my day, but it annoys me. In films, or TV, if there's a phone vibrates, but it's like quite quiet down in the mix, and you're sort of sat and your phone's next to you, and it goes, and you're like, but it's like 2 a.m. You're like, what?
Yeah. That's fair enough.
Although anything by Alter Bridge, Alter Bridge suck.
Even Metalingus.
I just really don't rate them.
Anything, I agree with you, apart from Edge's theme.
Yeah,
because that comes
okay,
on at
like,
Rise and everyone looks at each other.
Metalingus is that's a song.
Looking for
but
someone going, do I know anyone well enough to spear him?
The rest of it's like butt metal. Like it's just
Yeah,
like proper
absolutely.
like
Distortion pedal all the way round.
yeah. I play in open tunings. Great, Mark. Great.
Cheers, mate. What about you, Jack? Anything annoy you every time you hear it?
Yeah, it's job specific, so it is sort of to do with wrestling. It's a weird one. I debated whether or not to bring it up, but I will.
This
so,
would be interesting. Now, go on.
Yeah, so basically, it's just if on Wrestlers of the Week, I have to. It doesn't like really annoy me. I'm just like, "Ruh," and then just get on with it. But on Wrestlers of the Week, if I have to give points to a wrestler who'd flirted with my ex, then I'm like, oh my god. Now, in fairness,
How many are we talking
Weird
about?
flex, but okay.
I've had how many exes have I had?
No, how many wrestlers have hit on?
I don't know. It was kind of early on in our relationship, so like they didn't know we were together. But it was like going to a show and then there's an after party and stuff, and wrestlers get drunk. I don't want to mention anyone.
That's right, Kane.
I don't want to. I don't want to mention anyone in particular. I don't want to bait anyone out.
I thought
But I
this was-
just feel like
You know why they call me the big purple machine?
I thought this was going to go somewhere else. I thought it was going to be like, I just hate whenever I hear my old WCPW theme music because it means I'm about to have to go and do something big.
oh my god, yeah.
I
But
thought
no,
it was.
just
I thought it was every time I hear my boss going, "Jack, could you come in my office for a second?"
no. It's
Or
usually
something.
just like if there's been a big week on NXT UK,
Uh-huh.
it might be one of them might have tried it on with her.
Well, if anyone's got good at Venn diagrams, NXT. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Wow.
So, but it doesn't like ruin Wrestlers of the Week, and I do still give the required points. I don't let it compromise my.
He just does it through gritted teeth
yeah.
and then sits and just sighs heavily when he
Yeah,
gets back to
He
whoever
it.
does it while doing this.
Whoever, doing that.
Yeah.
The thing, yeah,
Oh, is it?
yeah.
Which one is it?
That's secret British wrestler stuff. We can't reveal that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Secrets of
That's
wrestling
got an itch.
revealed. Yeah. Oh.
The camera's in on it.
So yeah, we can't reveal those British secrets of wrestling. So, what was yours? Things day-to-day, things that annoy you, alarms.
It's phone
My alarm
vibrating.
tone.
Giving
like-
Wrestlers of the Week points to lads who flirted with my ex. In
that's
hindsight,
a-
I want to point out it wasn't her fault. It was, and they didn't know. I don't think. Anyway, what's yours?
It is weird when you know wrestlers being in a relationship with somebody and they're like, "Come and shake your hand," and you're like, "Oh."
They hadn't been in a relationship.
I hope we can. I'll wash my hand after.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Anywho, things that
That's
annoy
taking
me.
it to a deeper level than mine.
Let's move on.
No, I want to still talk about
Let me
this.
pretend to look at. There's nothing on this bit of paper. I'm just looking on it. Things that annoy me. This is gonna make me sound really old, but my friends like to watch a lot of YouTubers that I would not touch with a barge pole because it's this. I'm a nerd. That person's a nerd. Yay! It's hit and miss that they're going to be good or racist as hell. So let's go watch them. And if I have to hear some young'un tell me one more time that the original Super Mario Brothers 2 was not the one they released in Japan because it was too hard, and it was actually Doki Doki Panic, and actually released it, then I might have to
Did
just
you
give
know
up watching
that the
anything.
original Super Mario Bros.
And it really is. I think this is why a lot of people dislike people like you, and as you're actually an alright guy. It's because it's people half your age telling you stuff that you learned. Because
Yeah.
obviously people have to learn these things so they can't read old magazines like me back in the day because they don't exist. But it was just that annoyance of they're like, let's watch this guy, and it was just.
I feel like I'm glad in hindsight, and we mentioned it on the WCPW podcast, that we did that because it did give us a little bit more like
There's a lot more
legitimacy
depth to you guys,
right?
yeah.
Because we've actually now seen how it operates behind the
Yeah.
scenes and stuff. But
Do you know that Ekans is snake backwards?
and Arbok is Cobra.
Articuno, Zapdos.
Oh my god,
Moltres.
Moltres! I don't even know if I knew that one. No, I genuinely. I'm
Okay.
Not because it's molten, just because it molts everywhere. It's dirty. It's sick. It's
No,
dying.
Uno dos
No,
tres.
no, Uno dos
Uno
tres.
Yes.
Articuno.
Oh yeah, that yeah. But you've got. I thought you were on about the first bit.
Mewtwo.
Yeah.
There's two of them.
It's two of them. Yeah, you got Mew. Well, I got Mewtwo, and I got
Yeah.
two Mews, and I will. Oh, it's a song. Anyway.
And it's something really weird that it gets my back up because I'm watching my friends. I'm like, you know this, right?
yeah.
You know, it's the first time the Angry Video Game Nerd said it about 15 years ago, right? And they're like, yeah, but it's another YouTuber. And his name's like Mario Machine or whatever the hell. I'm just like, oh. God, that sounded so bitchy and moaning. Why am I even moaning about? How dare people make videos?
We like one of the same YouTubers,
Sorry.
and you were shocked when I said that I liked him. Some an insult. The guy who does the speedrun histories of when he goes through the speedrun
Yeah.
progressions.
Again, I don't know. talk about different YouTubers and something I get to talk about with people. We talk about politics or whatever. And so I just had this idea that only I watch these guys.
Oh, right.
Outside is like, you watch a YouTube channel that I watch? I mean, I'm stupid when it comes to these things.
Do you watch Daniel from Second Life?
No.
He's just a guy that he started off trolling people in Second Life, but now he does
I
Gary's
think,
mods things. He did one called Wonderworld or Wonderland, where he makes a theme park that starts off with this haunted house called Mr. Bones Wild Ride.
That's the one.
And
Yes.
he traps people inside this haunted house for 2 hours.
Nice.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, but I'll say there are some really good ones out there, like Brian David Gilbert, who coincidentally has also drawn a very unfortunate mustache on his face, and I aspire to be him. So the sound of bad YouTubers is my thing there, because I'm forced to listen to them. And those were some weird questions this week. We've had murders, we've had bad landlords, we've had YouTubers. If you have any dodgy questions, please send them to, point at Sam.
Mailbag at cultaholic.com, because I could tell that Sam panicked slightly there.
I just wasn't expecting it.
And just before we do Reese's Pieces, you okay?
Yeah, I just was going to drop the guy's name in there.
That's what I was going to do. Oh.
Sorry.
I even said that before you clapped.
I didn't know what you meant.
Bless you. Okay, go
Richard
ahead,
Martinez. Richard Martinez. Thank you, mate.
Ricky Martin.
Ricky
Ricky
Martin. From Fresno. Cheers for your email.
He
We did
bangs,
get
he
you.
bangs.
Time
for Reese's
She
Pieces.
bangs. She moves. Na, 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 na.
Lightning round. You diddlers. So if you've been watching this the last few weeks, we've moved on from Reese's Pieces, debating what's going to be good and what's not between two things. Now, first answer that comes in your head, you have to pick between one of the two options I'm about to throw your way.
Right.
Crash Holly or Spike Dudley?
Spike Dudley.
Spike Dudley.
I'm going to say Spike.
Sorry, Crash.
King Booker or G.I. Bro?
King Booker.
King Booker.
King Booker.
Also, like, Crash Holly. Great
Yeah.
theme. Great theme.
Oh, I love Crash Holly, but Spike's just...
His theme was just hardcore Holly's theme. Elimination Chamber or Hell in a Cell?
Hell in a Cell.
Now, in terms... Elimination Chamber.
They've ruined the chamber now, though. It's square.
Elimination Chamber, because there have been more... Elimination Chamber matches are generally better than Hell in a Cell. There's been more bad Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell is really inconsistent.
I'd say since... before they did it as a pay-per-view alone, Hell in a Cell easily. But now that Hell in a Cell is just a match, Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Until 60-year-old Undertaker throws 65-year-old Mick Foley off the top of Elimination Chamber, then it's Hell in a Cell.
And he lands on a pile of new books.
It's the chambray for me, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Taker, HBK, Mania 25 or 26? Easy. Not easy.
25.
I prefer the match for 25, but as the whole package, storyline and everything and build, 26.
25. I thought 26 was rubbish.
You thought it was rubbish?
Just finish it.
The
I'll have to probably
storyline,
rewatch it.
The build with the Rumble and the
the
elimination.
build was amazing build.
This just the match itself?
The match itself
25
was just,
then for the match itself, yeah.
Terry Funk or Sabu?
Oh. Sabu for me.
Terry Funk, because he's a good wrestler.
I want to say Terry Funk, but because it's me, I'm saying Sabu. Come on. Ladder match or hardcore match?
No, I think Sabu's a good wrestler. Just like to clarify, I've thrown some major shade there. Sorry.
I don't. Ladder match or hardcore match?
Hardcore match.
Ladder match.
Ladder match. Smoothies or milkshakes? Oof. Come on, Sam.
Smoothies.
Milkshakes.
Smoothies.
I think they're all wrestling related so far, apart from smoothies or milkshakes.
No, so I answered Slurpees for that. Eddie Guerrero or Rob Van Dam?
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, Eddie.
But it's
I'm thinking about
difficult.
it. I'm saying Eddie just for peer pressure. Awesome Bomb or Batista Bomb? This is a Ross question.
Batista Bomb.
The Awesome
Oh,
Bomb.
Awesome Bomb. Come on. Awesome. Here's his name.
Although, yeah, like the Awesome Bomb nearly killed an ICP member, so...
It also nearly killed Tanaka.
Yeah, off the top of the bus.
That's right. God, yes. Mankind or Cactus Jack?
Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack.
Yeah, Cactus Jack.
But Mankind's a great gimmick as well.
Yeah, no. SummerSlam or Survivor Series?
SummerSlam.
Oh, man. Survivor Series.
Karate Fighters.
What's yours?
Survivor Series.
Right.
Just because of the impression I just did. Fabulous Moolah or Chris
Let's leave that
Benoit?
one. I was about to say that one off the end of the
Ew.
thing.
Ew.
No. That's because last week, Sam, I don't know if you watched this.
Right.
The last question at the end of last week was Hitler or Stalin. And then out of default, I got pressured by Ross and Maffew, and it just I was like, right, well, I guess Stalin was marginally less bad. And now I've had people on Twitter being like, this is
Stalin
Stalin's
actually
biggest fan.
but
There we go.
Didn't Stalin have a much bigger
He killed more
death
people.
toll?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
Mao
he killed more of his
tops
own
it,
people.
right?
Yeah,
But
killed more of his own
apart-
people than Hitler did.
Is it Pol
That was
Pot
it,
and
that's
Mao,
the
Mao
fact,
then
yeah.
Pol Pot,
I
and
don't
then
know.
On the
Stalin?
leaderboard.
the problem is I've now had people like sending me pictures of Stalin being like, oh, I just got a picture of your boy. I'm just like,
As long as it's
Not
not
Stalin.
pictures of you with Stalin, because eventually you will
no.
cross him and you'll be removed from those pictures.
yeah.
Rudimentary Photoshop techniques. From back
Spaces
in
where
the
his second command has been replaced as Jack the Chopper.
Right, lads.
And Stalin's hitting on Jack the Chopper's girlfriend.
I'm off to.
Thanks, boys.
I'm off-
Austin from
off to
Saskatchewan,
rouse the
Canada.
Yeah, cheers, Austin. I'm off to join the Politburo now. Oh my God.
And that's where Bret Hart won the title. Saskatchewan.
Yes, Saskatchewan in the house show.
That's right.
I thought it was
It wasn't a
Saskatoon.
house show,
Was that
it was
not
televised.
Saskatoon?
It was. Those are two different places. Thanks, Austin. If you're any
Thanks,
Reese's
Austin.
Pieces, please send them to Jack.
There's Saskatchewan and Saskatoon.
No.
And Saskatchewan, which is the fiery one. Oh, jeez. Jack, say something.
Mailbag at cultaholic.com for the Reese's Pieces. Sorry to that lad's girlfriend who hated the jingle.
And sorry to that lad that hated Stalin.
It's Cultaholics.
And the big question, because God, there hasn't been enough stupidity this week. Oh,
You didn't do your intro.
Yeah, you're right. The big,
There we
big,
go.
big question this week. Who will come out on top between WWE NXT and AEW?
That's
the
just-
Wednesday Night Wars.
Yes, that's just two. Sorry, the way I've worded it's a bit weird. But who will come
Yeah,
out on
it'll
top
be
between NXT and AEW? It's hard to tell.
I think we're going to see an initial victory for AEW, and then slowly, week by week, it's going to cross. But the problem is now with ratings, you've got +5s and +7s, so, or is it +3s and +7s? But basically, if you watch it on record within 3 or 7 days, it counts as a different sort of ranking toward the rating.
Oh, I didn't just mean
So-
just ratings.
I know, but ratings is
Yeah,
going
you
to
have to have base
ratings
ratings
is going to be the thing.
Yeah, I
that's
guess
sorta
you're
like-
right. I guess you're right.
It's going to be the thing that everybody goes because obviously the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah.
So I think the ratings are going to be just pretty much the same, but I think in time we're going to see it sort of just level out. I don't think there's going to be much.
So,
and
a quick
forth.
question before we get into this. Are they going to be shown at the same time?
I think there's a 1 hour overlap, maybe?
Yeah, I think it's 1 hour overlap.
I think, but I got confused between the Eastern and the Central times
Oh,
and
yeah,
everything.
right, of course.
We'll find out. But NXT gets a 2-week head start, and then that third week is going to be massive.
Yeah, they will have something.
NXT will build. That'll be like a mini takeover.
Yeah,
right?
it'll be like, I don't know, they'll bring everybody back and have a massive Inferno match, but it's also a Royal Rumble, so they've got to catch on fire to get thrown to the floor.
Just get Austin in there to do a beer bash and talk about him and Gerald Briscoe in South Africa because that seems to
Yeah.
pop rating. What did they do in South Africa?
Get apartheid removed?
Yeah, good for them.
I'll bring that up again.
They freed Nelson Mandela.
They did. That's a great song. So
Angle and Austin at the backstage. Free! No.
anyway, I reckon that wrestling's gonna be the winner, which is a stupid
Oh,
answer.
come on.
All right,
Which one's going out of business first?
No. Well, obviously WWE's not going to go out of business, but I think that both shows are going to become like the hottest wrestling ticket in town. Like Wednesday's going to become like the new Monday.
Well, we are assuming that like all the people that are watching NXT now on the network are going to stop watching it and going to be watching it on there instead, which I'm not sure they are because surely there's a very niche audience for NXT. That's
Yeah.
what's been keeping it
Yeah,
afloat,
true.
and it hasn't really mattered if it's made a profit or not. As Cornette said, it's like, wait, so they're doing what we were doing in OVW, but there's no limit to the budget. We could sign who we want,
Yeah.
and we get a book. Wow, great! You know, they haven't made a profit ever. Now, don't they kind of have to?
Maybe.
Like, what if
Well,
the
Vince-
ratings drop,
Vince
and then they
has
go,
said-
well, we have to get rid of NXT. They're going to have to
Vince
do
has said
something about it.
They want to turn it into a monetizable brand on the scale of Raw and SmackDown. So eventually it will leave Full Sail, and then I guess they buy OVW again.
Yeah, but by definition, though, it can't be at the level because the idea is they're next. They
Yeah.
want the same rating. All right.
I feel like AEW might win over the teenagers because it's a bit edgier.
I think it depends a lot about how AEW is going to book the core members of the Elite as well, because if they're just the champions.
Which ITV presenters are going to be on the first
Yeah.
AEW shows?
Well, that's it. Jack Whitehall is...
If he jumps ship to NXT, then it's over for AEW.
I mean, he's just the reason I'm not going to be watching AEW at all.
I don't understand the heat. Shut up, Jack. I don't understand the hatred for Jack Whitehall. I think
I
he seems
just-
like an alright blow.
He just seems like a dick.
Okay.
Yeah, I only saw one bit of stand-up with him, and it was him talking about that he was on a train with some lass, and some lass like tweeted about someone who was in front of him, and he found that person's Twitter, and he was just like, That never happened. I know a lot of comedian stories don't happen, but it was like, it was in the realms of science fiction, the story he was telling. Douglas Adams could have written this effing joke. But I was like, okay.
I'm just, if you ever want
Run about the stuff we hate. What a great
I was just trying to
great
leave the
podcast.
door open for a collab with Jack Whitehall, but that's not going to happen now.
Oh, no,
so-
you can. We'll be good cop, bad cop. Like,
Right.
The two Jacks.
Jack from The Incredibles.
You have a jack off.
Yeah.
Writes itself, the show.
I reckon that NXT will be more consistent if it still stays like a Triple H thing.
Can it be inconsistent if it's changing to 2 hours and changing the format and changing what it's going to be do?
Yeah, I think
No,
that's
no,
right.
no,
I think it'll be
argue the point,
consistent in
but-
terms of quality more than AEW.
Oh, okay. You mean like, all right.
We're
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
lose a lot of the sort of the fresher faces, I think, from NXT. We're going to see a lot less of the guys that are just coming through off the road.
because they're not going to be ready yet.
Well, they did just
Yeah.
sign all the PWG guys and
Yeah, so
Dexter Loomis Frankenstein, what his friggin' name is.
I think we're going to get a lot more of that stuff. I think there'll be a lot more backstage stuff going on
Yeah.
than there is currently. My main concern with it is just that, they're going to have a massive start. Both companies are, but it's like, what happens when you're 10 weeks in?
Or
20 weeks in. What happens if attendances drop for AEW, which is something I'm terrified about because as it goes on week by week, it's going to feel less and less special. What if people just, like, arenas don't start selling out? Like, what's going to happen then?
I can't believe you've got this take. You mentioned this quite a lot, and it's when they announced that they'd sold out all their venues, you were like, "This is bad." I'm like, "What?"
It's not that it's bad. It's just that I worry about, like, because people travel all around the world now, like from all around the world to go and see AEW shows.
I get what you mean,
But
it's
there's
not
going to
gonna
come
be-
a point where people don't they're going to just travel for the big pay-per-views.
Yeah, right.
And so, like, what happens
right,
if
for
they're
more
in a-
regular, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, is
Yeah.
it going to feel less special?
Yeah.
Like, is that going to be a thing? Because
But that was always going to just be a thing.
Yeah,
Like it was
like-
always going to become less special if it was a regular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, like, Raw's not selling out every week, SmackDown's not selling out every week, but I just think
What will the drop
have
be?
this-
Yeah.
Is there going to be a drop? Like, can they keep that momentum going?
Yeah,
And,
right.
They're really
like-
striking while the iron's warm,
Yeah.
And I guess who isn't being flown out around the world to watch AEW?
Is it you?
No, not this time.
Well,
So,
neither-
hope you guys have a nice time at Starcast.
neither
I won't
are
be
we.
there.
Neither
We're
are
not
we.
going,
It's
so-
not
Exactly.
like, yeah. What's that, Conrad? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What a good series of podcasts that were.
Oh, I should mention one of the questions that didn't get into the mailbag, but I thought I'd mention it. You remember we met Andrew Harrington he's a regular contributor to the
Yes,
Facebook
yeah.
group. We met him at our Vegas shows.
Yeah.
He asked why, and I wasn't actually sure of the answer, but he said, "Love the podcast that you guys put up. Why didn't you put up the other live show we did?" I don't know if we were allowed.
not the
to.
been
So
up?
the other
No,
live
the podcast
show,
was.
the podcast's gone up,
Yeah,
but
the
not the
other
one where
live
we did the
show,
drawing.
we were told
Why
that
not?
we weren't allowed to film it.
We were told that.
We were told that from an official representative, as we weren't allowed to film it. And then when we turned up on the day, it was like, of course you can
It was
film
Cody
And it
Rhodes who
was
told me, no, it wasn't.
And I was like, oh, but we're
Yeah.
due on in like 5, so
Yeah.
we can't run back to the hotel and get the gear.
So
a fan was sat filming it the entire time.
Yeah, that was great.
And I was hoping that they would come forward so that we could use it and we could make our own little Tom McGee Bret Hart documentary about it, because it's the best live show that everybody talks about and it's gone down in history.
No, people that
That was really fun. We got Stephen Lawson up there. Ross was
Yeah,
doing his
yeah.
Straight to Hell with that, or like no, it was like a mini Straight to Hell wasn't it,
Yeah.
with them.
Oh, they were so good.
They were great. Me and Sam
oh,
had
how
a,
good they were.
Me and Sam had a drawing competition, which was way funnier than I had any right to be,
Yeah.
considering we thought of it like the day of.
That was great.
And,
And then the Reese's Pieces where they submitted by
yes.
the back. God, it was
And then
good.
Brian Zane was like the host of that challenge, and he was great on it. It was a great show. It was the Tom McGee versus Bret Hart.
was,
of-
If
yeah.
you had to
of
be there
panel
live.
shows. Yeah, you did.
Like Rammstein, you had to see him live, get the full
oh
experience.
my god! So basically, the answer is, Andrew. Yeah, we didn't. We were told by someone just some guy. It wasn't even like one of the main organ. It wasn't like a.
It was just via
I'm
email.
I'm not recording, it was all copyrighted material.
But it was
And he was-
via email, like
Yeah.
conversations and stuff. It was just like you can't film this. Okay.
And then we
fine,
turn up, and it
that's
turns
alright.
out we could film it.
We're not, this fan is.
Yeah.
And then the fan walks
So
off.
if that fan is out there and has the footage anywhere, we would very much like it.
Yeah.
It'd be great if you're such a
get
fan
in
of this, he
contact.
doesn't watch the podcast every week.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that wrestling will be the winner here.
Surely you're wanting AW to fail because it means less work for
No.
No, I'm looking forward to covering because I reckon that our AEW coverage is going to be quite interesting. So I'm
I
looking
really want them to blow them out the water for the first few weeks so that Vince is on the back foot for the first time in like 20 years.
It'll be
What's he
exciting.
going to do?
Yeah,
Like,
I
yeah.
think so.
He's already going to be loving that. He's
I
doing
mean,
the XFL.
oh, yeah. When Adam Cole turns up, starts proclaiming himself the real world champion with the NXT belt. Oh,
Yeah.
He's not going to do
to
it.
compare this title to the one Seth Rollins holds is to compare ice cream to horse manure.
If he was to ever leave as champion, he could give them the belt back and then just go buy a replica one and turn up on AEW TV with it, and nobody be able to tell the difference.
Yes, I think.
Or a cardboard title like a certain company.
In the AEW universe, Adam Cole's dead. They killed him on being the Elite.
Oh, they can't bring him back then. There's a giant plot hole.
Yeah.
But hopefully this will mean, in a positive way for the wrestlers, that they can go, oh, I've got some leverage now. Cool. Can I have some more money or a push or leave?
Well, this is the other thing about NXT going to live TV. It's is it live? It's live.
I think it's
isn't
gonna be
it?
live. Yeah.
If it's live, then surely the talent is able to get a bit of a pay raise, because it's working live is different to working to tape. Like, you make a mistake live, that stuff ain't gonna. We're live, pal. Like.
And also, if you like cheering up some of these wrestlers that aren't getting such a good push at the minute, you can DM a lot of them, as it turns out, and they do respond.
Whoa.
I'm not saying any names.
You can't just drop that.
I can, but I just started DM something. I hope you're all right, and send them like links to like YouTube poops or whatever.
What?
Like, with the Spider-Man 2 pizza song,
And they were
loads
just
of
like,
ones like that.
cheers,
And they're like, "Oh, thanks, man, I appreciate it." So you too can cheer up a wrestler by DMing them and going, "It's all
I'm
right,
sure if
Paul."
I'd encourage that, but you go for it.
I do.
All right. Yeah, but you're
Encourage your positivity.
But you're a person of the industry, man.
Yeah. Well, they think I am, and then I send them, JJ Jameson laughing the pizza song, and it says like, "Oh, he's an idiot," right?
Well, that was the big question.
And this podcast grinds to a screeching halt, as every week it happens. Thank you very much for putting up this the entire way through. Sam, have you anything to plug this week?
You can follow me on Twitter at LessDefined.
Lovely.
Also, watch Graded. Watch it.
There you go.
Watch
There you
205 NXT Graded, please.
That's it.
I'll Jack the Jobber.
Anything to plug?
I can't think of anything currently. Oh yeah, check out
Graded.
Check out mine and Sam's mates band Home Truths UK, because
Yes.
they're very good. And also, I've just got on my Twitter. I've retweeted like their latest gig or something.
That's nice.
Yeah, they're good.
And
if you like pop punk,
obviously, yeah. And obviously, if you like good clothes, you can go to Grapple Clothing, buy that, or Grapple Cat, whichever searches.
and
we
also
like
get
to plug-
clothesline. It's like dueling. It's the merch wars.
No, I'm not touching that. And we also like to all of us plug collectively Tony Nese.
Yes.
Shiny Tony Nese.
The real shining star.
You could probably DM and say, "Yeah, all right, pal." You'd pretty appreciate that. But if you're not a Tony Nese fan, that's not a problem. But please put your hands in the middle
It
of the
very
table.
much is a problem.
It is a problem, yeah. And your table, go stroke some balls. And as always, join us.
Join us.
Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below. You can follow Cultaholic on Twitter @Cultaholic, and you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do, you can pledge to our Patreon at patreon.com/Cultaholic. Hit subscribe, and don't forget, join us